Hey, so would it be, lovely to make more money in 2021? Of course it would. Well, I've got you, boo, because through my work, I have seen behind the businesses and inside the minds of women struggling to earn more. And then I've also witnessed firsthand the shifts and changes that make earning more without working more possible, and not just possible, easy. And there is always one thing that the women who break through and start making more money all share. But on the flip side of this, there is one thing that I see shared by the women who are stuck. If you feel stuck at your current level of earning, whether you want to be hitting those, 5K months, 10K months, 20K months in your business, or maybe you're not making any money in your business yet, regardless of where you're at, if you feel stuck financially frustrated, let me save you from falling into this trap and staying exactly where you are. There's a trap ahead. Look out. Don't fall in it. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the number one thing I see stopping mothers from making more. And hint, it's not time, my love. Let's do it. You're listening to the Limitless Mother Podcast, bringing you strategy, mindset, and a dash of woo. If you want to learn how you can balance motherhood and money-making beautifully, if you want to learn the strategy, mindset, and manifestation tips you need to do more of what lights you up, attract more ideal clients, make more money, and enjoy more time freedom, if you want to create this vision of success because you are a mother, not in spite of it, then you are in the right place, my love. I'm your host, success coach, business mentor, mother, and tea drinker, Corey Javid. So join me while we explore what's possible for us as mothers and business owners when we remove the limits. Hello, Limitless Mothers. How are you doing? It's Corey Javid here from CoreyJavid.com. I don't know why, but I always start these episodes with the same hello. It's just my thing. It's just what I do. Today, I felt really compelled, and that's why I'm kind of giggling, because you just have like this intrusive thought to start the show with, oi, what's up? Anywho, hi, how are you? What's going on? What's new with you? I am recording this on a Saturday. I've been recording the podcast on Saturdays a bit lately. I wouldn't normally in normal times, but the homeschool and things. But I quite like it on a Saturday morning, actually. I feel like refreshed. I got up before everyone else. My family are sleeperinners. I am not, which is quite nice for me, working out quite well because did my yoga, had my tea, sitting, thinking to myself, watched a bit of YouTube, and now I'm here talking with you. And I've got another tea, ginger tea this time. All the interesting things I'm sharing with you this morning. Anyway, I do have some mega interesting things to share with you. Mainly the topic of today's show, which is the number one thing I see stopping mothers from making more. And hint, it's not time. And I can't wait to dig into this topic because I see too many women falling into a trap, I tell you, and I want to save you from that trap. I'm like, look out, don't fall in. I'm in a silly mood today. So I can't wait to dig into this topic, but let's catch up first. I have things to tell you. I have all of the things. So the things that I have to tell you are, I don't know if you know this, but Limitless Money is, yes, open, but also, my love, evergreen. Why is she evergreen? I think Limitless Money is a she, isn't it? Right? Because it isn't she, because it's like the epitome of feminine energy, learning how to earn more without efforting more. And also even the very experience of Limitless Money, those of you who've done it, it's a very feminine energy vibe, isn't it? You literally lean back and receive the transformations. You don't have to effort your way to the mindset shifts, the up leveling. It's kind of, you just let it wash over you. It's so good. It's evergreen. She's evergreen now, and I'll tell you for why. Actually, I'm going to have to save part of the why because it's part of a much, much bigger thing that I'm so excited to tell you about, but I'm going to have to do an entire episode on it because I just know as soon as I let the lid off of this thing that I want to share with you, I'm going to have to just let it rip. Just really go all in on sharing all of the details, all of the excitement, all of the enthusiasm. You're going to love it. It is going to impact you in a big way because you're part of this community. Oh my goodness, so good. I'm really having, can you tell? I'm having to rein myself in from really going down that path right now. Okay, so, but the other reason that Limitless Money is now evergreen is because I received quite a bit of feedback over the last few launches that we've done before we launched of women asking me, when is Limitless Money opening? When is Limitless Money opening? And it always kind of sit a bit uneasy with me because I wanted to do launches to, I think you learn more about the marketing and the messaging in a kind of condensed time period when you have kind of an open shut launch situation. So I wanted to do that, but I was quite aware that people were having to wait for Limitless Money, and that just didn't sit well for me because the reason that I made Limitless Money was because I feel so passionately about helping any woman, any mother who needs this work to have a way of easily healing her relationship with money, up-leveling her money mindset so that she can earn more. And the thought of like withholding it just didn't sit right. So I knew that I wanted to shift to an evergreen model at some point, and that point is now. It has happened. It is here. So if you're like, yay, I've been waiting for this, then head over to CoreyJavid.com/limitless. Get your buns inside that course, my love. You are going to love it. I get so many emails from the women who do this course all the time, and messages and DMs. I get them at first from when they first enroll because there are 3 built-in automated check-ins so that you have the opportunity to check in with me and I personally reply and you can tell me how you're getting on. So I always hear how women are doing when they start the course. But then I hear from so many of the students who purchased and enrolled maybe a year ago, 6 months ago, telling me like, hey, I just re-listened to this particular module. Here's what happened. Here's some wins. Here's the thing I manifested. And I absolutely love it. I love just hearing from these ladies about how different their experience of not just money but life is when you do this inner work, because also in there we do lots of work on kind of feeling worthy to receive. And that just then counts not just financially, but feeling worthy to receive time and enjoyment and love and all the good things that make life great, right? So if you've been waiting, you don't have to wait any longer. CoreyJavid.com/limitless. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you the bigger, even shinier, more exciting reason why she is evergreen now. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, so I was supposed to do a live stream. Not supposed to. I decided to do. Let's be careful with our language here because we don't do shoulds around here. I had decided to. It felt great to do a live stream in my Facebook group, Limitless Mothers, last week. But on Thursday that I had set for the live stream, I'd just been... do you ever have one of those headaches that's like, it's coming and going. It's not terrible, like you're still able to operate. And if you take something for it, it kind of goes away, but you know it's still lurking in the background. I had one of those and I had a really great day on Thursday. I had some really excellent calls with some high vibe ladies. And then just before I was due to go on the live stream, then the headache was back. And then I started feeling like ever so slightly sick with it, and just get that kind of like, and my body was like, no, done. So I listened and cancelled the live stream. So here's what I have to tell you is that the live stream is back and it will now be, well, if you're listening to this live on Tuesday, it will be tonight, my love. So make sure that you're joining me at 8 p.m. inside our Facebook group, our community, the Limitless Mothers. And I'm really excited for this live stream because I'm going to be telling you about a stretch goal that I created for myself about a month ago. And I've been sitting on it and I haven't told you about it. I'm a little bit wary of sharing it with you, but I'm gonna, because we're besties, right? Because I like to keep it real and share the things. And also I want to talk about stretch goals with you because I've been having lots of conversations with the women inside my Elevated Abundance Mastermind about stretch goals and how to set them so that they actually work for you and not against you, because that can be a thing. And I'm also going to share with you my word of the year. And I know we're like at the end of January right now. Probably could have shared this in December, but hey, we've had other things, haven't we, that we've been dealing with, my love. So I'll share with you what my word of the year is, how I feel like it picked me rather than me it, and also what you can do if you have a word of the year to really make the most of that word and get that word working for you. Sounds good, right? So join me. We can maybe have a glass of vino, have some chats and giggles, and I will share all the things. That's 8 p.m. tonight if you're listening live on Tuesday. I don't know why I said Tuesday in a really weird voice. I'm in a very silly mood. Tuesday the 26th of January. Just checked it. Okay. The other thing, and this is not really news, but help me out. I have a Bridgerton-shaped hole in my life. I loved Bridgerton. Did you? On Netflix. If you haven't watched it, I'm so excited for you because you have it to look forward to. And I finished it, loved it, but now I'm like, now what? You know, when you have that kind of gaping Netflix hole. So I don't know how it goes in your household, but here's how things generally run over here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is kind of my evenings to myself. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday are couples time. Couples, and there's just one couple in this household. It's mine and my husband's time. So we generally will have something, if we're going to watch TV on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday night, we generally have like a series that we're watching together. Bridgerton is not one such series, no. And then I have those like Netflix pleasures that are just my own, you know, things like Working Mums, Bridgerton, obviously, or other things like I'll watch Red Table Talks, or I'll listen to some of Russell Brand's podcasts, or watch the like video podcast versions of that on YouTube. Yeah, anyway. But I am at the end of Bridgerton. I love to have a series that I'm really into, and I've got nothing right now. Nothing. So help me out. Let me know. What are you watching? What has filled your Bridgerton-shaped hole? Sounds like a euphemism. Send me an email, support@CoreyJavid.com, or send me a DM on Instagram. I'm at CoreyJavid over there. Seriously, I genuinely need some help here. I need some Netflix time. Okay. So let's get into today's topic, the number one thing I see stopping mothers from making more. So I've been thinking about money and mothers, as I pretty much always am, because it's my mission to help you make more money with more ease, because why not? It's possible, it's available. We've just been told that it isn't, and it's lies. And I had a call with somebody recently, and she was like just a coffee chat connection call type of thing, and she asked me what I thought were the like 2 to 3 things that had been responsible for my fast trajectory of success in my business. And I had 2 answers that really just like were immediately obvious to me, but really they combined, and it got me thinking about what keeps women stuck, what's responsible for women finding themselves in a situation where success feels hard won, and financial success in particular feels very hard won. And so that's why we're here, my love, because I know the answer and I have to share it with you, because I don't want you to fall in the trap. And it really is a trap. It's not just a thing that you're not doing. It's a thing that like keeps you stuck. So that's why I'm really excited to share this with you today. So before we dig into what the number one thing is, let's talk about some of the things that it's really easy for us to believe is the number one thing. So I already said in the title of this, hint, it's not time, because I know that as mothers, yes, we have a lot of demands on our time. I am never going to quibble with you on that point. I'm never going to deny that or try and diminish that, my love. It is true. We have a lot of demands on our time. Now, I could get on my soapbox and start talking about whether or not we should have so many demands on our time, whether we've accepted more than we should in terms of responsibility. I'm going to rein it in, Corey, rein it in. But I know that Time does feel like a truth to many mothers, but it isn't the reason. It really is not the reason that if you're not making the kind of money that you want to make, it's not the reason. And I say this from my own experience and like a wealth of evidence that I am now sitting upon, having been coaching women with money and mindset who are mothers, who are time pressed for years now. I've helped women build businesses on 10 hours a week, really successful businesses. I've helped women who have brand new newborn babies as well to create money without efforting and sacrificing family time or feeling overwhelmed. I've helped women in all kinds of time-pressed situations to earn more without sacrificing, hustling, all those things that we don't like around here. And so I know that it's not time. And so if you're believing that it's time, I'm sorry, my love, but it's not. We'll talk about what it is. And I get it. I get how it can feel true. But feeling like it's true only perpetuates the situation and the experience of it being true, right? And so that's why I want to kind of burst that unhealthy bubble that we tell ourselves that, oh, if only I had more time, then I could make more money. And, you know, you only need to look at my experience of 2020. I had my daughter at home for more than half of the year. I went and reduced my hours from a typical maximum 25 hours a week down to around 16. I reduced my hours by 40% over the year, and I know this because I time track. And I earned more money. And so I'm so passionate about, like, always busting this myth. I will keep busting it as many times as I need to until it clicks with anybody that it needs to click with, that time and money are not connected. They do not need to be connected in your experience. And so the number one thing stopping you from making more money is not time. I don't care how much time you have. It's not time. Okay. The other thing is circumstances. And I think that this one never used to really crop up on the radar in terms of in my conversations with mothers around like what's stopping them from making more. But now, because we're in the midst of this pandemic and we have extenuating circumstances, I think we'll all agree, it's very easy to be blaming circumstances for not earning more money. And circumstances may impact certain things, but it doesn't mean that you can't make more money either in a different way, a new way, a better way than before. So it's not that either. Just a very loud motorbike just ripped down our road, which is, I don't know why I'm telling you, but it's just was surprising because we live on a very quiet road that hardly anybody travels down. Anyway, back to the topic here. It's not circumstances stopping you from making more money. If you need to go back and listen to my episodes on pandemic permission, and around that time we had a couple of episodes basically saying, don't give your power to the pandemic. Take it back. It is within your power to be earning more money, to be achieving the things that you want to achieve. Yes, even now. Yes, in a pandemic. Yes, even if you're time pressed, it is possible. So if you need to go back and listen to those, do, my love, but that's not it either. It's not circumstances and it's not time. And so the other classic that we're left with is strategy. Oh, bless. It's not strategy. Bless the internet marketers who are out there telling us that it is. It's not. It's not strategy. Strategy is not the thing that's stopping you from making more money. And it is so tempting, isn't it? So tempting to believe it because they are so convincing, those internet marketers, with their shiny objects, shaking them in your face. Hey, if only you had this super secret fancy funnel that only my friends who earn 7 figures know about, then you'd be making the money. Hey, if only you knew how to add 12,000 Instagram followers to your account every day, which I've been doing and you can do too, then you'd be making the money. Oh, hey. Like, and so on and so forth, right? It's very alluring. Like, let's be real about it, but it's not the thing. It's not the number one thing I see is stopping mothers from making more money. Most of the time when I speak to somebody who's feeling financially frustrated, who's feeling like she can't earn more money, it's very rarely the strategy that she's got that's the problem. In fact, it's never. I can't think of a single time when I'm like, oh, you've got the wrong strategy, or oh, you just need this strategy instead. don't misunderstand me. We need strategy in business, right? If we want to be making money. But strategy is so much simpler than we've all been led to believe. In fact, I was on Voxer with one of my mastermind ladies this week, and she said to me, you always say on your podcast that you can easily map out a route to 100K, to a 6-figure business for every business owner. And she's like, I want you to do that for me. And I love this because I've had this from so many women who are like, yeah, I know that you've said that, but for my business, here's why I don't think it's possible, which always makes me giggle because why would you be arguing to keep your limitations? Don't do that. But also because I know that there's always a way. There's always when it's like one of my favorite things. And so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll tell you. You just need to do this and then this. She's like, is that it? That's too easy. I'm like, exactly. Strategy is simple. Now, it doesn't always mean that it's easy to execute, but strategy can be very simple. It's just we need to master certain skills in order for that strategy to take off, and we need to bring the right mindset and energy to that strategy. As you know, if you're not new around here, if we don't have the right mindset and energy, our strategy is useless. I don't care how fancy it is, it's useless without that. But it's not strategy, but we are so marketed to believe that strategy is the thing. If we could just find that one thing, that magic pill, that silver bullet, then we'll start making more money. No, that's not it either. That's not the thing that's keeping you stuck. So the question that you're asking, like, well, then tell me, what is the thing? I think you're thinking I'm going to say mindset. And I wouldn't blame you for saying that, but actually mindset kind of is, but also isn't the thing keeping you stuck. Let me explain. Here's the thing. Here is the number one, like hands down, top reason why mothers that I speak to are not making more money. And it is because of their money mindset. But it is this more specifically. It's a nuance on that. It is that they will not invest in their money mindset because of their money mindset. So do you see how it's such a big trap stopping them from making more money? Do you see how if you won't invest in your money mindset because your money mindset sucks, not sucks, I don't like to put people down or anything like that, but needs some work, let's say, could use some improvement, let's say, or let's just say is a regular byproduct of the conditioning, social, cultural, familial that we've all had imprinted on us. So you got issued a bog standard money mindset growing up, as 99% of us did. If you haven't worked on it yet, then it's very easy for that bog standard issue money mindset to be holding you back from investing in your money mindset, and then you just stay forever stuck, because doing the same thing and expecting different results, as you know, is the definition of insanity, right? But I know that it's so easy to fall into this trap and then stay there, because I've seen too many women do it. I've seen too many women say, oh yeah, I really want to earn more money. Yeah, I really get it. I really understand. I get it, Corey. I know. I listen to the podcast. I know that I need to work on my money mindset. I know that I need to heal my relationship with money. I know that in order to earn more money, I need to up level my mindset, my vibration, my energy first, and then it'll be easy. But I just can't invest in myself right now. Do you see how that's kind of from the outside? Because I have the tools to help you, my love, but you need to come along and snap them up from me, right? I have the things. I figured out the way, and I didn't just figure out the way. I figured out the way that's the best way for us as mothers. That's the easiest way to work on your money mindset. I have literally delivered it on a silver platter. There's doilies, there's a parsley garnish. It's all there, but you have to walk over to the buffet and pick it up. And so I'm making light of it, but it is actually a serious thing, because it makes me sad, because I see too many women who have really incredible visions and dreams for themselves, who are really heart-centered women. And I feel so passionately about getting more money and means into the hands of, well, first of all, women. Let's create some more balance on this planet, but particularly heart-centered women, which I know that you are if you listen, right? And are the women in my community. I don't attract a-holes. And I feel really passionate about it, because I just know what a better place we can be living in and what we can do for the next generation when we are armed with the means, the influence, the power that comes from having done this work and feeling capable and available and open to receive more, yes, wealth and abundance, but with it more opportunity to create abundance out there in the world too, not just for ourselves. Anyway, I could go on a whole big thing there, but it makes me sad because I know that the thing stopping so many women from, yes, improving their lives and their families' lives, and then also from there, from that place of going on and doing great things, is their money mindset. And I know that the thing stopping them from working on their money mindset is their money mindset. And it's a terrible sort of chicken and egg situation. It's a terrible trap. And so that's why I really feel passionately about talking with you about this on the podcast today, because I don't want that to be you. So I don't know where you are, what you're doing, which money level you're at. It could be that you're not making any money in your business. It could be that your business is making money, but you want to be paying yourself properly. It could be that you're ticking along, doing quite well, but you feel like you've hit a plateau at whichever point. And if you're feeling at all stuck, if you're feeling at all like you don't know what is the next thing that you need to do to earn more without spending more time, without circumstances out there having to clear themselves up and get themselves orderly again, without having to find the perfect strategy. It is literally working on your money mindset. It is the thing. And the reason I know this is because it's been my experience, and it has been the thing that has helped every single woman that I've worked with who has created more money for herself and done it with ease and without sacrifice and hustle. It's money mindset. It's the thing. But it had to start with investment, because if we don't have some skin in the game, it just doesn't work. We need the up-leveling, the energetic up-leveling that comes with investing in ourselves and saying, I'm important, this matters, I matter. Because when we invest in our money mindset, we're investing in ourselves and we are giving to ourselves. So we need to be open to receive that gift that we give to ourselves. And that is the point at which we start transforming, even before we actually embark on the money mindset work that we've invested in. And so I've invested tens of thousands of pounds in my mindset, and I continue to. The reason that I have had a coach from before I even launched my business, and the reason I am in a high-level mastermind is because I get this, and I don't just preach this, I live it, right? And I talk about strategy very little with my coach, probably 1% of the time that we are working together. And the rest of it is having mindset support. And yes, I teach and transform women on the topic of mindset and money, but I still need that support too. I still want to be investing in expanding my mindset. And I know that really, if I want to be expanding my experience of life, if I want to be expanding my joy and my abundance and my impact that I can make, investing in my mindset is the way that I make that happen. And so all this to say that I know this from personal experience, not just from the women that I coach, not just from the women that enroll in Limitless Money and then change their lives, but also just from my own experience. This is what I do. So it has to start with investment. If we don't take that first step and actually invest, actually get some skin in the game, we will stay forever stuck. It is extremely difficult to DIY this. And that's why Limitless Money, for example, is such a supported and supportive course that does it for you. Because I knew that just trying to DIY your way with maybe some journaling or listening to the odd free audio here or there, it's never going to have the same impact as when you actually have invested in yourself and you're really truly supported in a mindset way. You're guided through a process, a proven process that works, such as the one that I have inside of Limitless Money. So inside of Limitless Money, I have this method that takes you through childhood, adulthood, and motherhood, looking for the programming, the conditioning, the belief system that's been installed at those different points. Some of it good, yes, but some of it not good, not serving us. Looking at it, shining a light on it, dismantling it, letting it go, which is just the most freeing experience. And everybody who goes through it tells me they feel lighter after that. And there's so many women find things that they find really surprising during that time, even if they've been quite conscious of the impact, say, of childhood on their money mindset. There's often a layer deeper that they're like, oh, and now I see this is the thread that runs through everything. And then from there, actually being able to heal your relationship with money, have a positive relationship with money, which, by the way, is really healing your relationship with yourself in so many ways. And then going on and using a proven process and being supported with a proven process to actually upgrade, up level, and keep moving forward, earning more, receiving more without working harder, without working more hours. If you don't invest in yourself and invest in a process, invest in that type of support, then it's so easy to just stay stuck, because how do you ever get out of that trap? How do you ever get out of that trap of not feeling like you can receive that investment in yourself? And that's the thing that I really want to save women from. I don't want you to ever feel like money is the thing stopping you from having what you want, from doing what you want to be doing, from receiving the support that you know that you need. But can you see how that's a chicken and egg situation? Because if money is the thing stopping you from receiving the support that you need, then you need the money mindset work, right? So this is why it's such a big trap. And this is why I'm so happy to be sharing this with you today, because I don't want to see another mother fall into this trap and stay forever stuck in a loop of, oh, I really want to earn more money. I know that I need to be working on my money mindset. I just don't feel like I can spend that kind of money on myself right now. And if we're honest with ourselves, often that comes down to a worthiness piece. I don't feel worthy of spending that money on myself right now, and therefore staying stuck in this loop. And then it's very easy to get into what I call the overwhelm loop, because if you're not working on your money mindset, if you're not investing in yourself and having that support in that way, then what happens is we default back to the old paradigm of working harder, working more in order to make more money. And I call this the overwhelm loop, because you end up in that loop of, I want to earn more money. I guess then I have to work harder, work more. Then you quickly feel burned out, or you just feel really overwhelmed even thinking about it. So you don't earn more. So you settle for just enough, or whatever is the status quo, and round in a loop. And so not investing in a new way of doing things means that you stay stuck in the old way. And so that's been the thing that's been so instrumental for me. So going back to that call that I had, where that lady asked me, what are the two things that you really attribute your fast money wins, your fast trajectory to success, and enjoying it along the way? What do you attribute them to? And I said, well, number one is working on my mindset. And number two, and I said, and they go hand in hand, is investing in myself consistently from day one. And I still invest in myself heavily now. And I know that those two things have been what has got me to where I am. Now, when I started out, there wasn't a course out there that addressed money mindset for mothers specifically. And we do need something that's for us, because none of the other money mindset courses talk about the impact of motherhood on our money mindset. And there can be a negative consequence. It can take its toll on our money mindset. But then also we can flip it around and use motherhood as the energy, the driving force, the creative feminine energy behind our ability to open up, receive, and create abundance, and then create and pass on a legacy of abundance. That's not just physical wealth, but also an abundance mindset to our kids, right? There's nothing like that out there. And so I had to invest more heavily because it didn't exist until I made it, right? And so I was investing thousands of pounds in coaching from day one. But now, because I've created Limitless Money, it's there. It doesn't require any time like old courses do, the traditional courses that have failed us as mothers. And it's so transformative. But again, if you're not able to invest in it, it can't help you. So anyway, so going back to that conversation, I was like, yes, those were just the two things. So I've invested in myself. And I've prioritized my mindset And those are the things that I know hands down, it's got nothing to do with the strategies that I've used. It's got nothing to do with the amount of time that I've spent in my business, and it's got nothing to do with circumstances, other than I will always acknowledge my position of privilege as a white middle class woman in this world, of course. So I do acknowledge that in terms of circumstantial influence, but beyond that, it's got nothing to do with circumstances, because I was unemployed. We were not living in vast wealth by any means at the time that I decided to invest in myself. So those are the things that really got me to where I am, and have got me to where I am while enjoying it, which is the point. Can we stop missing that point? We need to be enjoying making the monies and doing the things. We need to be enjoying our businesses and our lives. And I know that can feel a little bit more challenging right now, because life is more demanding. We can still find the joy in it, right? So let me tell you a story about one of the most recent Limitless Money students that I've spoken to. So she won a free call with me, and she'd been through almost all of the course already, even though it had only been a couple of weeks. It's very bingeable. And we were having a conversation about what had prevented her from investing in Limitless Money previously, because I had known that she was interested in the course and hadn't purchased on previous rounds. And she actually won the course when I did the birthday giveaway. She was one of the winners. And it was really interesting, because I could see how she had fallen into this trap. And if she hadn't have won this, she would still be in that trap. And although this is great for her, because she was obviously open enough energetically to receive and to manifest the winning of the course, so yay. However, I don't give away Limitless Money very often at all. In fact, I will do a scholarship for Limitless Money later this year, like I did last year. But generally, I stand behind my firm belief, and just not into knowing, it's not just a belief, that when you invest in yourself, that is part of the transformation. So I don't want to just start giving it away, because then I take that away from you, right? Anywho, side note. So she and I had this conversation, and so she had really wanted to invest in Limitless Money in previous launches, and hadn't felt able to, and had felt like, and it felt like the truest of truths for her back then, and this was something that we discussed, that she just could not afford it, that she just could not find the money for it, even on the payment plan, whatever. And now that felt like the truest of truths from her. But when we had the conversation after she had started doing Limitless Money and working on her money mindset, she acknowledged that there was a pattern for her where she didn't feel able to invest in herself. And it really wasn't that there was a lack of funds in the family. It wasn't that she couldn't find that money, but it was that she didn't feel able to invest that money in herself. And I have seen this and had this conversation with so many women over the years, whether it's my coaching that they want to invest in. I know that the thing that can feel triggering for us, particularly as mothers, because we are so used to putting the needs of our family first and deprioritizing ourselves, it's too easy for us to feel unworthy of investing in ourselves. Now, that could be investing in something like Limitless Money, but it can also be investing in time, taking time for ourselves. It can be investing in small things. You've heard me share on the podcast before, even the story about me buying the sun cream, the fancy sun cream for myself, but being fine about spending that money on my daughter. So my point is that it's really, really easy for us to succumb to this, and I get it, and I have a ton of compassion for it, because I've definitely succumbed to that same feeling myself, of that pause and that, I don't know, is that okay for me to spend this on myself? And feeling like it's true in that moment that, I just don't have that money, I couldn't find that money. But actually, if you're really, really honest with yourself, sometimes you notice that that's not the reality, that the money is there, that there is money that could be used, but the idea of spending it on yourself makes you feel really uncomfortable. And so this was true for her, as it's been true for so many women too, right? So she's not a special case in this. But she's just at the top of my mind because I spoke to her really recently. And she was like, oh my goodness, I can totally see how I've just so uncomfortable with the idea of spending money on myself. And she came up with all different examples of other areas of her life in which that's true, and all of the ways she feels totally able and happy to spend on things for her kids, for her husband, for the good of the family generally, but just really did not feel like she was able to spend that money on herself. And so we talked about kind of why that was, and she'd really picked up in the first part of Limitless Money some real insights into her upbringing and her childhood and how that had installed that belief for her. And, you know, so many of us end up in that situation, like I've already mentioned. So she realized that she had been keeping herself from working on her money mindset because her money mindset was telling her that she wasn't worthy of investing in herself. And so she totally acknowledged, and she was like, oh my goodness, this is such a loop. If I hadn't won this, I would still be in that loop. I don't know how long. I might have been stuck in this loop forever. How would I have got out of it? And I was like, yeah, I know, right? Because if you don't have your eyes opened to the fact that this is a trap and this is a loop, then you don't feel that you can take that first, and yes, let's be honest, sometimes uncomfortable step to say, I'm worthy of this. I'm worthy of investing in myself, whether that is time or money, whether that is gifting yourself an afternoon just for you, or whether that is buying yourself the face cream you really want instead of the one that kind of will just do, or, you know, whether that is investing in something like Limitless Money. It really doesn't matter what it is. It comes down to the energy of receiving. And if you don't feel worthy of receiving, then you will stay stuck there and you won't be able to receive money then in your business. And so she was like, bing, light bulb moment. This is the thing that has been keeping me stuck in my business then, because I'm not able to receive on a personal level. So of course my business as an extension of me isn't open to receive. So I'm so excited because I know that her business is just going to blow wide open now that we've now that she's done this work in Limitless Money, and now that she is working on her money mindset. It's going to be so exciting, as I know, because I've coached and seen and witnessed so many students move through this same phase. But it has to start with you. It has to start with a vote of confidence in yourself, a vote for, I am actually worthy of this. It is important to me. I'm important to me. If we don't make that first step, we will stay forever stuck. So I hope that has been an interesting episode for you. I'm so excited to share this with you, because when I had that conversation with her, and then I had this conversation with this other lady that was asking me about what are the 2 to 3 things that have been responsible for me, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to bring this to the podcast. I need to tell the ladies about the trap. Don't fall in the trap. So if you're listening and you're like, damn, that's me, what can you do about it? Well, first of all, shine a light on it. Be honest with yourself. It's not about making ourselves wrong. You know that's not how I operate. It's a waste of energy to make yourself wrong. Don't make yourself wrong if you know that if you can see that you have been in this trap, if you can see that you've been feeling like you cannot receive, and then you're wondering why you're stuck not receiving, then you know where to start, my love. And if it is in the realm of making money that you notice that you're stuck, then definitely go to CoreyJavid.com/limitless. Muster up that I am worthy of this energy. Click on one of those green buttons and do this for yourself, because this can be the day that you step out of that cycle. This can be the day that you step out of that trap, that you say, I am worthy of investing in myself. My money mindset is important. I'm here to earn more with ease and do great things for myself, my family, people that you want to help, whether that's your community, your customers, your audience, the world at large. It's all available to you, but you have to take a step out of that loop if you know that you're in it. So head over there, CoreyJavid.com/limitless. And if you're like, yes, I know that I'm in the loop, and your mouse is hovering over that green buy button and you still feel a little bit wary of stepping out, of doing this, of investing in yourself, just send me a message. My love, I'm here for you. I am ready and waiting to help you to do whatever is the best next thing for you. So you can always reach out to me, and I'm happy to support you in stepping out of the trap. Hit me up in an email, support@CoreyJavid.com. I will personally reply, or send me a DM over on Instagram @CoreyJavid. And I cannot wait to welcome so many of you into Limitless Money now that she is open and available for you. Go and grab her. Like I said, I've literally put her on a silver platter for you. I could not make this work easier for you. It is the best thing. And I just literally beam. I don't know if you can tell this energetically through the airwaves, but I literally beam thinking about it because so I was putting together this training for Limitless Money the other day, and we had to go through, and we're kind of doing some back-end process work and blah, blah, blah. We had to in the process of cataloging the testimonials and messages that we've had from Limitless Money students, and oh my goodness, just it gives me goosebumps. It gives me such goosebumps to think of not just the wins and the celebrations that the Limitless Money students have told me themselves, making more money, living with just so much more ease and flow and enjoyment. And that's really the point, isn't it? But I also just think about that ripple effect. Like, what does that now mean for that woman's family? What does that now mean for her community? What does that now mean for the impact that she can make? What does that now mean for her kids? For the legacy of abundance that she is creating and passing on to them? It makes me so excited. Anyway, so good. So if you want to join these women who have been working on their money mindsets, then do CoreyJavid.com/limitless. If you enjoyed today's show and you want to find out more, you can head over to the show notes on my website at CoreyJavid.com/podcast/the trap. Don't fall in it. That wasn't actually the URL. It's just /the trap. The don't fall in it was just my strong suggestion. All right, my love, I am hoping to see you tonight, if you're listening to this live, inside our group, Limitless Mothers. See you there. Do not forget, my love, you are limitless. Bye for now. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you so much. If you've enjoyed listening to today's show, make sure you subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher so you don't miss out on any episodes. It would make my day, possibly even my week, if you could spare a minute and leave a review over on iTunes. And because I value your time so much, each month one lucky reviewer will win a free success coaching call with yours truly. So, if you'd love for us to pinpoint and then work through that one thing that's currently standing between where you are now and where you want to be, then definitely leave a review for your chance to win. Until next time, remember, you are limitless.